Julia and Christian, it's the Hella Bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in and I assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bring in all the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the taste. Hurry up, don't come in late. You know we love it, the sacred stage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Live. Oh, hold on. Geez, something's wrong with my microphone. There we go. Of Live from the Secret Stash. Of course. There we go. Welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I'm one of 3 hosts, Christian Cortez, joined always by...
Should I flub this?
Yeah, go for it. Flub it.
Michael Zapsik. Holy crap. And thank you, Christian, for that lovely intro. And to my right, the always lovely and beautiful Julia Zapsik.
Hello, everybody.
How y'all doing?
Hey,
Better
this
than
is kind
you.
of exciting.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Who knew a mere 4.5 hours time difference could throw us all into such a tizzy? But
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you know.
It was.
Is the Adderall not kicking in? What's going
guess
on?
not.
No, it's good.
I think maybe in the middle of the show I'll just start to just get sore. So
Or you
I'll
just
power.
are like,
I'll power down.
doing like one of these.
What's up, kids?
What's going on, man?
but we had to change the time. I tweeted about it
you're
earlier because
popular guy.
Yeah, I'm
because everyone
busy.
wants Christian. Shelley Duvall
Me
wants
not, but-
Christian, and
That Shelley Duvall's
I'll
all up.
give
in
a
your-
little
O'Donnell
context to
needs
that.
Christian. That's
So-
right, Kevin,
all
that's
up in
right.
your hillbilly junk.
So Christian's going to be over at Smodcastle later tonight because it is opening night of the Ides of Mark, and we'll be talking a lot about Mark throughout the podcast. So
Because you guys got a busy week with him.
we
do.
do. Well, Kevin and Mark have a really busy
Much
week, and you
busier
guys
than we do. We're
But we are. I have to say, I'm not a fangirl in the sense that there are I think in all of Comic Book Men, all 7 seasons, 8 seasons, however many seasons you did. There were. I know. Thanks for keeping track of that.
My
Jules.
number one fan over here.
It all seems like one big happy season. The only two guests that I made a special attempt, to get to see was Peter Mayhew.
Yes.
Peter Mayhew and Mike Coulter.
Oh, okay.
Those were the two. Everybody else, I mean, we had a lot of fantastic, and some of it was simply, I was working, so I couldn't get off in order to come over to the set. But I was able to, and I really wanted to. But Mark Bernardin, the fact that he's going to be here, I've never met him in person. The fact that he's going to be here in the stash, live in the flesh.
I'm excited.
Sitting back here, surrounded by his books, which I'm going to go get one so we can show it later. His Eisner Award nominated Adora and The Distance. I couldn't be more excited. I'm really happy that I'm going to get a chance to spend a little time with him.
I've never met the man in person, so it's really cool.
He's a great talent.
I'm excited too. I'm gonna try and come in, and I actually convinced some friends of mine to come in because they're big into D&D, and Mark wrote on the show Legends of Vox Machina. He wrote one of the best episodes of that show,
That's
The Silver
right.
Tongue, and they all geeked. They were like, "What? He's gonna be here? We're in. When?" And I'm like, "You guys should expect a line, just so you know."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we may have to. And just to give everybody, by the way, I'm not.
Might have to cap it.
Really?
Yeah, depending on when people arrive and how quickly the line moves, we may have to cap it. Mark does need to be on the road at a certain time, and so we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He was very happy to come and have this be an event, and it's free to enter the store. Come talk to him. If you buy one of his books, he'll sign it for you without charging, which is wonderful and very gracious of him. But the other side of that is that depending on, like I said, how the line goes and how his time is, we may have to cap it. So if you want to see him,
Are people allowed to bring stuff still to sign for him, or is it like, do you have to buy the book to come in here? Like, that's just a question.
You know what? I would say, obviously we want to get, we want to be respectful of Mark's time. So we're going to say you need to buy, one of Mark's books. Now, if you want to bring something else in addition to that and have him sign it, that will be up to him and to the timing. So we're going to have to, just keep an eye on the time.
I like the way you grabbed that by the Frassos and
You're like, this is it.
how it's going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was
That was awesome.
pretty hot.
Mhm. So that's great. So so that's why we're on at 2:00
So you
today.
have to buy something
And
or you get
that's
in here.
why. Well, so I'm going to go get the book and I'm going to flash it up there. So we have
Ooh,
some of Mark's
Hot
stuff is
stuff
out of
today.
print. So we have some of his other books here for folks to purchase and get him to sign. But what we have the most of is an incredible volume called Adora and the Distance. And I don't want to spoil it. It was, nominated for an Eisner Award, should have won for a
Rightly
reason.
so.
For
Rightly
a
so.
reason. I'm pretty good at spotting the train, the emotional train wreck coming down the tracks, ready to hit me head on, and I completely missed it. The story is so spectacular, and the artwork is fantastic too.
It's a beautiful
So,
story.
so we are so happy to get more of these books in the hands of more
Mhm.
people for you to meet Mark. I'm going to go grab someone. I can flash it up. You can see what the cover looks like.
No flashing, honey. She's,
But as we
talked
mentioned,
about this before.
but as we mentioned, also Mark's going to be in town doing the Ides of Mark over at Smog Castle
Yes.
Cinemas. We're going to be
Which is-
showing 3 movies of his favorites.
And incredibly clever and literate. And I expect nothing less from Kevin Smith and Mark for them to have named it
yeah,
that. And
I
most
do-
people are like, huh?
yeah,
The odds of what? I'm like,
yeah. The Ides of Mark.
Yeah, the Ides of Mark.
It doesn't take much to understand that.
we could have called it Mark Madness, but you have
That's there. You know,
I know it's exactly. It's
you got to think outside the box a little bit.
and outside the Vox. See what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you
like
did
that?
there. I actually did
cool.
love it. I really, really loved that. But I'm really excited for this lineup because it's movies that there's one movie I've never seen.
Which one?
Streets of
Of Streets of Fire?
Yes.
You've never seen Streets of Fire with Michael Paré?
Never seen Streets of Fire.
And
with
a
Michael
very,
Paré.
very Willem the Baby Foe.
No way.
Yeah, Baby Willem Dafoe. Here you
Mark's
go. Actually,
book.
We're gonna hold it up.
Mhm.
Yes, Adora in the
Mhm.
Distance. And this was such a pleasure to read, and it was so amazing and just quite lovely.
Come and get your copy and have him sign it for you. And if you want more information about Mark and some of his other work, and he's, you probably a lot of folks who are tuned in now also know that he is the co-host of Fat Man Beyond with Kevin Smith.
And they are
He
doing
is?
one.
And yes, he is.
Whoa.
And apparently it's catching on. I think they're getting a few viewers now.
Good for them.
Yeah, it is good.
They'll reach our level
this-
someday.
This is pretty amazing. Can I just tell you, there are people on the back of this who did the blurbs,
Mhm.
and oh my god, we've got Neil Gaiman did a blurb for it.
Whoa.
G. Willow Wilson, co-creator of
Of
Ms.
Miss Marvel.
Marvel, yep, and Scott Snyder,
Batman. And
yeah, and
Mhm.
Noctera.
Noctera.
He did Scott Snyder as.
I mean,
Justice,
those
and he
are-
also did American Vampire.
Those are
Mhm.
3 names you definitely want on the back of your book
Yeah,
per recommendation.
absolutely.
Speaking of blurbs on the backs of books,
You got a nice little.
that was like not even a little bit ham-fisted. This is. I urge everyone to pick up The Illusion Witch, which is volume 1 is right here. Sumerian Press. It's fantasy. And check this out. It's another incredible scribe back here. Move over, Sabrina. There's a new witch in town. How clever is that? By Michael Zapsik of Comic Book Men. I love the fact that that's
that's there.
on there. Yeah. Actually, this was so cool because Senior Romero got in touch with me and said, would you mind? Because he's like, oh my God, when we gave this, this was in our top five.
Mhm.
He's like, holy crap. And there we go. Chris Campana did the,
Did the art?
well, he did the cover.
Ooh.
He did a variant cover for it.
That is
And
awesome.
Ruben Romero, we didn't know about it because his name was on here, but it got cut off because of the
Printing.
printing. And so he got in touch. He's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it! You guys put me in your top 5. That's amazing." And I'm like, "That is fantastic."
Without a doubt.
And when
Mark
you
Lamb
reprint-
wants a refresher of what it's about, if
okay.
you can. The Illusion Witch.
I'm sorry. What did you ask?
Mark Lamb wanted to know what the comic was about.
It's,
The Illusion
it's
Witch.
about an illusion witch, buddy. It's it's imagine Zatanna lost her parents and gave up magic, but she stayed
magical.
yeah, sort of. She stayed like a stage witch or stage magician.
Oh, okay.
And
Here we go. I'm just going to read it off the
There
back
you
of the
go.
book. Traumatized by the loss of her father and son, the world-famous illusionist Adya Lak has grown cold and disconnected from reality. Adya finds herself transported to Sari, a strange world full of magic and danger, and partnered with a quartet of unlikely heroes. Stalked by a malevolent creature known as the Three, Adya must find a way to save the imperiled realm of Sari while trying to save herself. Ta-da!
That good enough for you, Mark? Any other questions, Mark? What is it about Mark? Did that answer that question, Mark?
I think it did.
All right, good.
That was pretty dope. I'm. How does it feel to now have your own blurb of recommendation? of the book?
I've done a couple of blurbs before, but they were all for like lesser works of.
So wait a
things.
second. We have Neil Gaiman. I'm so glad it exists on Mark Bernardin's book and Michael Zapsik on Illusion, which side by side. Take a
There you
picture,
go.
everybody. There you go.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
That's as close to Neil Gaiman as I'll ever get.
No, that's not
Yeah.
true. That's not
Well,
true.
No.
We'll get him in the
I thought we
store
were
one
going to put a
day.
third floor on the
Oh, yeah,
stash,
we are.
just when Neil comes and he can hang out
Yes,
here,
that-
with
there you
Kevin
go.
and Mark. That's right. Okay, cool.
All right,
Well-
Mark is next to have his name banned. Very nice. I like that.
Said by Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yes.
All right. So do we want to skip? Because I know. See, I have my little notes here.
Oh, we've got.
but we never follow the notes. Exactly.
Never directly.
Well, these are
So we-
these are some relaxed. This is relaxed personal stuff.
This is
Yeah, this is.
Awesome.
We had some stuff going.
May I?
we do.
Thank you.
We
That
do
was
have some
adorable.
relaxed personal stuff.
You've got that.
I've got the.
You've got that Scorpio from.
I woke up this morning and I had meetings starting at like a ridiculous
Yes.
hour. So I basically just
Yeah,
like ran my hands
that's
through
what
my hair and
happens.
came to work. Yeah. Okay.
I think you look fantastic.
That is pretty much what it is. Well, just a couple of housekeeping things. Then I'm going to skip the top 5. We can go back to that. I'm going to talk about Secret Stash Press and Stash related comics news. And just FYI, Masquerade number 5. It's coming. It'll be out in stores on May 17th. So for those of you who are looking forward to going into your local comic book shop and picking up where you left off and keep reading, you don't have very long to wait. And for those subscribers, that's when you can expect. So at some point during that week, we'll be shipping out number 5 to folks. Masquerade and Quick Stops are both going to be, the first 4 issues are both going to be collected into a hardcover. It's going to be gorgeous.
Ooh.
And those
Okay.
are expected to drop in stores, including here at the Stash, excuse me, June 7th and for Masquerade and June 21st for Quick Stops. So expect to hear more and see more about that.
Yes.
And
Is Masquerade number 5 the last one for now?
it's
No,
no.
number 4 is
No,
the
as far
last
as we,
one
Oh,
for
okay.
now.
yeah, as far as
Is that what we're doing now? Is air quotes?
Yeah,
Just
no.
wanted to know.
Mi-
Can someone
Michael's been a
tell
little
me?
spicy today. A little
Last one for
spicy.
now, meaning like we'll be back eventually.
No, we have that break. We
Yeah,
have a
no,
2-month break.
Each
and
of the issues,
Yeah.
each of the issues is scheduled for 8 issues total, as
Yep.
far as we know, broken into 4 and 4.
Okay.
So there's a 4 issue, and that's kind of volume 1 of the storyline, and then volume 2 is the second.
which
4
is kind
issues.
of funny because
Sweet.
that's how they have it on in previews in Diamond is number 5 of 4.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Someone
like
forgot
number
to,
5
yeah.
of 4.
Go back.
I was
and-
like, wow.
3 of
Yes.
2.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
Love
actually, we're
previews,
going to
though.
go
1
with
of
4.
0.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
something like that.
So, I mean, obviously, we're all waiting with bated breath to find out if there's going to be a continuation of these 2 titles or an addition of another title, but that's what we know so far. And yeah, so the printing, the world of printing is fascinating and glamorous
No, it's
and
not.
sometimes unpredictable. So we will,
That
yes,
is,
a little unpredictable because,
Yeah.
schedules, things happen. Artists get behind, writers get behind. There can be, I think that Gutenberg is still back there setting the plates and printing all this out. So Gutenberg may
Oh,
be
you're
taking a
getting-
vacation.
Actually,
And
most
they-
of our audience, like Steve Gutenberg's back there.
Yeah.
God, I loved him in Police Academy.
Just Google it. Google it. Gutenberg.
No, you
Yes.
I can't even get Mark Lamb to Google,
The
what
description of the illusion witch,
So,
even though it's
yeah.
kind of there in the cover.
Hey,
Mark,
listen.
I'm busting your chops. I'm
Listen,
sorry.
I have to say, just adopted a puppy, not a puppy, an older dog.
Mark
but
did.
yes, Mark.
No, not
Mark,
us.
Mark and his wife. No.
Adopted nothing.
Yes, gorgeous little Cody. So welcome to the family, Cody. So that's and then for those of you who haven't seen it yet, go to comicbook.com and read the article about
Yeah, there's
Onomatopoeia.
There's some news
There's a
that
new villain in town on Lois and Clark, right?
Kevin's
Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois. Sorry, Superman and Lois. tell you,
Lois and Clark.
it's been a very, very busy
Daylight
day
savings
so
time
far.
is not kind to this woman. And you're throwing
And
your
I'm
stuff.
throwing
and you're
stuff
like,
around there.
"Screw this
So
woman."
yes, anyway, debuted this past week. Was it on this week or was it last
I
week?
didn't watch.
I think
Yeah.
they said the premiere episode, so it might have been last week.
Okay.
Yes.
I did not watch it. I need to get caught up on
I know
Superman
there's a
and
lot
Lois.
we have to get caught up on.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
do like that show though.
it's like Dawson's Kryptonite Creek.
Mm.
It's actually really cool.
I would watch
Yeah.
the hell out of Dawson's Kryptonite Creek.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
But it's a great villain. Kevin, wrote it so beautifully and set them up for so much success.
And Sounds of Violence, his
yeah.
second arc of his Green Arrow run.
So if you want to
yeah.
join us in getting caught up, it's time to get caught up. So
And
yeah.
used in Batman Cacophony and Batman Widening Gyre.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
But
hope
debuted
that
in Green
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow.
Arrow, yeah, number 12. I
I
think.
did
Yeah.
say that.
Oh,
Green
you did?
Arrow.
Okay, I was busy
Yeah.
reading my notes.
I know.
Okay.
Stop reading
Gotcha,
my notes
okay.
and pay attention.
All right.
That's a good
Yes,
one.
sir. Okay.
Wait,
Back on
hold
track.
on. We have a comment. So I heard there was a comic where Wonder Woman kills Lois to be with Superman. What comic is that? I can't find anything on Google. I don't. Did you make that up in your mind, Edward?
Yeah,
is that a
seriously,
thing?
Edward, that sounds
Is
like
that a
something-
thing?
I had, yeah, that really is.
That sounds like a weirder
Yeah.
version of Injustice.
Yeah, or Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come, but like,
Or, yeah, no, Kingdom Come when the Joker actually killed. But can you imagine Wonder Woman giving Joker like $100 to kill Lois?
oh god,
There you go.
he would do it. He would do it and give the $15 back.
Yeah. $15.
Hmm.
So
Put that
it
shit
only
right in
costs
my
like
hand.
$85 to kill Lois.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
criminally inexpensive.
That is criminally inexpensive, and I mean, he's undercutting everybody else out there, like Deadshot and stuff. That's
We got a lot of people who are asking what's in these boxes behind us. Do we
Oh,
want to
okay.
just
We'll
keep
go
them
an
waiting?
there.
answer
We'll
for
go
you.
there. Well, hold on.
Go
I want to go
f-
back to
oh.
Ed Weird's thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but there is a YouTube video. It says, let me see. In a battle between rivals for Superman's affection, Lois Lane and Wonder Woman in this classic DC Comics Silver Age gem from the pages of Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane. Can
Oh,
Lois
dear
Lane
Lord.
survive being beaten by Diana even if she's in a mod form?
oh my goodness.
What?
So
No, this was awful.
This was an awful line of books.
And
So
let me put it to you this way: this is never happened.
just-
I mean, in the New 52, they tried to put Superman and Wonder Woman together, and it was just kind of creepy.
because they've been friends for so long
Yeah.
that it's like,
And you're
why are you
looking
doing this?
Yeah. And I mean, if you look at comic book stories back in the day, you had Lex Luthor. Actually, you had Clark Kent, putting on a bald cap to look like Lex Luthor, and you had his best friend Batman stood in for Clark Kent while he did Superman stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody looked like everybody. So they were all interchangeable. They were like the Micronauts, where you could pull them apart. and
You
put
could
them
do whatever
together.
you wanted
Yeah.
with them.
And nobody cared. However,
There were quite a few people who cared. You being one of them, because when you
Yeah.
heard this storyline, it was like a Vietnam flashback.
like, no way, man. This ain't right. The hell's going on? And yeah, Superman and Wonder Woman look like, and it's really creepy. If you look at the pictures, they had Lois sort of look like Laura, which was
Oh
Kal-El's
no,
mother.
no!
And you're like, holy
No.
edible complex,
This is
Batman.
Oh god,
yeah,
that's
and it's just wow.
that's some other.
Ooh, it
That's,
seems like a good time to move on to what's in the box.
No, it's a good
No,
time
you-
to talk about the edible complex. No, but and even President Kennedy stood in for Clark Kent one time.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So this was the Silver Age of comics.
Before or
and
after the grassy knoll?
Before, honey.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm just asking.
Actually, they had.
Hey, listen! I just read a comic book where a dead person comes back to perform some heroic feats.
Yeah.
In the team. So everything is on the table in
It's,
the world of the four
Charles G.
pages.
Rivera says it's just a massive misunderstanding of those characters.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But like I'm assuming around that time period, because it wasn't just that book. It sounds like it was just kind of a recurring thing around this time. If I'm asking correctly,
Well,
put the
everybody
comic
looked like,
college hat on for a second.
everybody looked like everybody back then, and yeah, they all wore hats. I think that was
Really?
yeah.
I think the Micronauts. allegory was perfect.
Oh,
Just
thank
they were
you.
just all interchangeable.
Yeah, they were. It was, and which is perfectly fine, I suppose.
If
And
you're
I
into
got
that
people
sort of
bringing
thing.
in kids and Bjorns. I am not buying any more children here, folks.
No,
Children-
we've filled our
children are-
quota.
We
for
are
today.
not buying children at the Secret Stash anymore.
We have
folks.
enough in the vault.
You
Done.
heard it here
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm-
Okay, but what's in the box? So what's
None
in
of
the
their damn
box is
business.
no, because I spent some time. I think
All
it
right, go ahead.
works.
You can do it.
Okay. So what's in the box? The box, I think we may have talked about this in the last podcast episode. We love Pops. We love Funko Pops. We have Funko Pops. If
Hey, wait a
you
minute.
want to come in, yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can we do
Go
one
ahead.
thing?
Sure.
One
Why
thing
not?
before we do.
It's a free country.
Well, it is
Free-ish.
sort of free-ish. Yeah.
Okay.
Look. we-
Freer
look,
than other countries.
We just
maybe?
paid our taxes, so it's not a free country.
Oh my
ever,
gosh!
okay?
Forget about that.
So,
yeah.
no.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we said
Mhm.
we were going to give away a loot crate.
And we
And
didn't.
we never did. We're horrible people, folks. And
I was going to get to that, but I was going to give you a chance to figure out what question you wanted to ask to quiz the studio audience.
Mike
I'm
kno-
not going to quiz anybody. Let's do this as random chance.
How are we going to do that?
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and
No. Okay, you're going to write it down though, so people can see it.
25. Yes, 1
All
and
right.
25,
All right, write it down on the piece of paper, so that
and
the first person to guess it.
first person to guess it.
Okay. Gets
You
what's
win
in the
the
loot
loot
crate.
crate.
Okay, you want to
What's in the
show
loot
you want to
crate?
show the folks what they're going to be
This
winning.
loot crate is going to be it's monsters,
Ooh.
and they consider Wolverine to be a monster.
Ooh,
I do too.
well,
He's,
he can be a little
you know,
monstrous.
Well,
Yeah.
he was like 6 foot nothing or 2. He was supposed to be 5'4" or 5'2". It's Primal. I'm sorry, Primal, not. That's a really cool box.
Ooh, this is a nice.
Yeah.
This is nice too. It's very heavy.
Electrified
Loot crate
fence
Ooh.
Nice.
from Jurassic Park. You've got
This is
what the
this
hell
is
is
primal. This is primal.
This?
I don't want
That's
to
something.
I don't want to unfold it too
Yeah.
much.
This is it's a Predator bottle opener.
But I am gonna. Fold it.
This is a smiley face with claws in it pin. That's actually pretty cool. The box
dig
itself
this.
is really nice. You can explore the world of Primal. They love you.
Yeah,
Primal.
Yeah, and all these boxes
Primal.
are from what 2016 or something.
2017, I believe.
2017. all right.
Logan, Wolverine.
Okay.
And this is size large. Size
Nice.
large.
It's nice.
we got some
Alrighty.
guesses already, and we
Okay.
already have a winner.
We do?
Yeah.
Who is it?
It is Mike Neal.
Mike Neal.
Mike
Right on the money.
Fantastic,
Congratulations, Mike Neal.
Send Christian at what?
But
where are we
actually,
getting
he
our
can
stuff?
you can email the stash at thecreweskew@gmail.com.
Send us Mike.
The
Mike
crew is
Neal,
skew
you're
at
going to send us
gmail.com.
your address
Yep.
and all your particulars. We'll send it out to you.
Absolutely. Congratulations,
fantastic.
Mike
Nice,
Neal.
man.
So there we go. Now the Funko Pops.
Now the Funko Pops. So anyway, we love Funko Pops. We have Funko Pops. Our next door neighbors, Pop Freak, have even more Funko Pops. Funko Pops are awesome. However, we were so infatuated with Funko Pops. We've been buying so many. We've got quite the surfeit of Funko Pops at the moment. Surfeit, look it up. The word of the day. And so to make room for more Funko Pops, we've got the special opportunity, the mystery box. These 20 boxes behind us, I think there are about 20 boxes behind
There are
us.
20 boxes.
20 boxes behind us, can be yours for $60, no tax, $20 shipping if we're shipping it to you.
So $80 total
Right. But
for 6
for 6 pops,
beautiful pops, which
some of them are,
they're harder to find.
they're
pops.
harder to find
Some
pops.
of them are.
However, what makes it a mystery, first of all, you don't know what's in the box. So you're getting an assortment. And the staff here, everyone came in. Christian came in one day. Sarah, Jack, Matt, Michael,
What's in the box?
Johnny, even me, we all pulled some of our favorites, some of the things we thought were really cool. We mixed and matched it up. And 2 of the 20 boxes have something extra special inside. First of all, every box has something extra inside. So even if you don't get one of the extra special boxes, you're still getting some other swag that we've just kind of thrown in because we were having so much fun packing them.
But 2 of them have
but
quote
2 of
unquote
them have
golden ticket
Golden
items.
Yes.
ticket items. So one of them has a Kevin Smith signed pop. and it's hard to find because it's the pop that was made for the 20th anniversary of the Stash. So it's super super cute. If you haven't seen it, you could probably Google it and go on.
And pretty rare too.
And pretty rare.
So-
The second super special item is a pair of Funko Soda Pops, Jay and Silent Bob, also signed by the two of them.
By Kevin and Jay.
By
Yes.
Kevin and Jay, exactly. And that's the super special. So you have a 1 in what, like
One
a
in
1
10 chance.
1 in 10 chance. Yeah, 1 in 10 chance.
You have a 1 in 10 chance
of
to
getting
get-
something super super special. But every box is special. Every box is full of
Yeah.
cool pops, and like I said, some other swag is thrown in there. You can log on to our website right now and click through from the homepage. You'll see the mystery box. It's thesecretstashonline.com, and you can order yours, and we'd be delighted. Johnny will be delighted to ship it out to you. Johnny has been working his off. He's been doing a fabulous job, but been a couple of slow days.
Yeah, right
shipping-wise.
now he's up there
So
looking at porn.
He's up there at the front counter. He's a little sad. He's a little sad. So
boy.
we need to keep Johnny busy, keep him engaged. Come on back here, Johnny,
keep
for
him
a
away
second.
from the porn.
Come on back here.
That request comes
I
from his
wanna-
mom.
Yes, I want to.
So
I want to
and
make
even
sure.
his girlfriend's like, I don't care. What
I
you
don't
do."
care. What's up?
But yeah, keep
him.
Yeah, if
fine,
porn
you can go.
includes like
Yeah, but his mom's
dirt
like,
bikes and
Yeah,
and
actually, he
fishing
does.
gear, then yes. Okay,
Hey,
so
look,
this is
Is
the
this your first
Stashes-
time on a
this is
podcast
the-
in a
yeah,
minute?
this is first time on a podcast ever, right?
Ever, no.
Oh, God.
Shipping
How's everybody out in
shipping
the
manager,
Oh,
comic
dear
book
Lord.
land?
Johnny William.
Uh,
All right.
Packed all these
uh,
boxes with care, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, every
But I
box.
still got yelled at because the tape was coming up a little bit on the one. And
But we
he
fixed
didn't-
it, right?
he
We
didn't
fixed
like
it.
that.
We
He
fixed
didn't-
it.
he
We
didn't
fixed
like
it.
I
And,
didn't.
and Sarah Bellicose, who actually did cover number 4 for Masquerade.
he did. She
Yes, she created these lovely little,
did. She did.
cute,
Yeah.
those bling for the
Fantastic.
front of the box.
Ooh.
So I'm just telling the wonderful studio audience that they need to keep you busy by buying a box.
Yeah, I know.
yes,
They get
please.
cool pops and you remain engaged. You're not so sad.
So,
right?
yeah.
that's
No,
right.
I
That's
am,
right.
Not-
I am happy if they all go.
Yes, they
Yeah,
all
and
go.
Johnny is what happened with the
Oh,
good soup, man?
It's coming up. It's coming up a little bit here again.
Well, what's
I guess
going
you better
on,
get back
Johnny?
there and tie
Yeah.
it down.
What happened with the good soup? Why aren't you on there anymore?
Yes, I may go back. I
All right, cool.
think I should.
All right, word. I'll hold you to it. Next
Yeah.
time I see you, I'm going to peer pressure you every time.
I may go back.
Maybe you could be like a guest star on it every once in a while.
Yes,
You whet their
yes.
appetite,
you should
keep
actually
them wanting
be
more.
like once every month. You should
Yes,
do like
that's
Ooh.
what, that's
The
what my
world
girls-
according
my
to
girls' mother
Johnny.
said that. How about once a month?
There you
I can
go.
handle that.
We just
Bill,
talked Johnny.
Someone
Bill,
tag Bill in
that's
this.
right. Someone
he's
tag
got,
Bill
he's got the
in.
confirmation.
Johnny
Not only
just
that, but-
committed to
But
once a
I'm
month.
not
That's right.
terribly funny.
No, you're not.
No.
That's fine.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's,
All right, you guys good? All right.
We're
We're
good.
good.
Okay, get back
Take
to work.
care,
Johnny.
man.
he's like Rodney Dangerfield without the humor. It's all right. Hey,
That's
you're all right.
so-
That's good.
That's so specific. I
Yes.
love it.
Oh my
That's
god.
very true.
Okay. All right.
Some other, so
I love that man. I swear to God, he's like a cousin that I'm not related to. So
I
Is it
mean,
the cousin you always wished
never.
you had.
No, he's like
Yes.
the cousin I never wanted.
Pry him out of Kevin's hands.
Yep,
That's
no.
right.
Bill, you
Claim
just
him.
got the confirmation, man.
Yeah.
Wow. That,
Congratulations
Johnny's
to Bill
gonna-
Boza.
Johnny's going to come back on the show. Rewind the episode about 30 seconds.
I know. Bill Boza's
And you'll
probably
hear-
like, I never asked him to come back on. As a matter of fact, I was glad he was gone. Now I've got to have him back.
This is the world of comics. Nothing. No one goes away really
No.
ever. That's right. They always come back eventually. So,
They always
so
come
we
back.
have a couple of segments.
And what they really want to do is
yes. What?
recast Johnny as another actor.
Oh no!
yes.
Really? No, you can't recast Johnny. Johnny's Johnny, man. I mean, you can't.
Well, you could.
He
So
does have one
anyway,
of my favorite
he's-
bits
And,
of Clerks
He's the
3.
one and
by the
only.
way, Bill Boza, a lot is 2 words, buddy.
Oh, the grammar Nazis here. Okay.
Hey,
all
we don't
right.
use the term Nazi.
Why
right?
not?
Because if Whoopi Goldberg can get in trouble for the word, did you hear she got in trouble again? Even though Jane Fonda didn't get in trouble.
What happened?
Okay, Jane Fonda was on. I think they were doing like the press junket for 80,
Something.
80 for Brady.
hmm Oh my God.
80 for Brady. So they were on there and they were talking about abortions, and Jane Fonda was talking about pro-life, pro-choice, and pro-murder. So she she was advocating murder for people, and I was like, wow, cool.
That was Jane.
Jane, yeah.
And then Whoopi said what and got in trouble.
No, Whoopi was talking about how Donald Trump was going on to Twitter and wah, you know, I got gypped.
Oh, being a crybaby.
Yeah.
The usual
And
crybaby bullshit.
She used the
And
word
she got
gypped.
Really? She got in
Because-
trouble?
Yes, because that's Romney.
Oh,
Romney.
it's connected to the gypsies, to the
I don't
Romani
think
people.
the Romney.
Yeah,
I think it's Romney.
yeah.
But yeah, to say like gypped is a horrible thing
Interesting.
because
I didn't know that.
Merriam-Webster.
I know
Whoopi is
most
a
of us
Nazi.
don't know
Wow.
all this stuff. You know, it's hard to keep up. That's hard.
So
to keep up,
I'm
yeah.
just like, wow, this is, you can get like slapped around for using the word gypped.
Mm.
Just
Wow.
like how Bill Bose is canceled over spelling a lot with just
Exactly. Poor
A-L-O-T.
Bill. But
Sorry,
Bill will be
Bill.
back.
Sorry, Bill.
Bill will be back eventually.
You'll
I'd say
crawl-
you
you'll
got
crawl
gypped
your
there,
way.
Bill.
No
You'll
one
crawl
goes
your way
away.
out of cancellation, man. It's all
No
good.
one goes away
Yeah.
forever.
Don't get canceled over a typo. I don't know. I think you are.
So I just wanted to. So we have two segments here, and they're both they're both
Well,
named
topics, but yes.
topics are segments. So I was having some fun. So we have a favorite saying around here at the
Fuck
podcast
the
table.
suits.
Fuck the suits, right? But I want to start with the other category. Fuck that shit. All right. So
Oh my God, yes, please.
yes. So I want
Don't
to
piss
say
off
Guys-
my white people.
Just a little advice before we start this. Don't send any unsolicited stuff to Jules, especially in the realm of time travel.
Actually, you probably shouldn't send anything unsolicited to anybody here at the stash because the
you
truth of
shouldn't.
the matter is,
We'll
is
throw
that
it in the garbage.
yes, is that we are not direct conduits to anybody else that we work with who may
Nope.
or may not have the power to make dreams come true and make things happen. There's a legal reason for that. Which I'm happy to explain if anyone wants to call the store 732-758-0508. Be prepared to buy something.
Oh dear God, no! Now I'm
and,
gonna have to talk to
No,
people.
no. But I did get this. I did get a letter, and I was like, super excited because it came addressed to me, right?
Like personally.
So personally to me, and I'm like, oh, I got a letter. I mean, we get a lot of mail here, but I don't get a lot of letters addressed personally to me. So I was excited, and I opened it up, and it starts out very sweetly, "Dear Julia, hope this week is going well." Okay, so far so good, right? I've got a comedic time travel. I'm like, what?
You're
I'm
gone,
like, of
buddy.
every single
Seriously,
person.
why didn't you
I
burn
mean,
it?
I don't
God.
know this person, so this person probably looked me up online, and I'm thinking, okay, you have a whole store full of people you could have sent this to, but you sent
Can
it
I
to
see
me.
it? Can
Yes.
I see it? Because
I mean, the
I
one
almost want to
person-
frame it.
The one person, in this whole tribe who hates time travel. Anything that comes close to time travel just makes me break out. So I'm sure it's a great idea. I am not going to bring it anywhere. It is going to stay on my desk. Good luck. I mean, keep creating. I think it's amazing.
See, you know what?
I love creators.
I will say that is the better takeaway. Yes, this is a hilarious letter, which I will frame and give to you in a lovely present.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
But no, I think that a lot of like ideas and stuff like that, like we're in a really wonderful age where like, especially for like newer creators, where you can just make stuff happen. Even in the comic book world, you can just write something, get an artist friend to draw it, and then there you go. You made your comic book. You don't need a major distributor. Like you don't need to write Julia a letter asking her to make your thing. She's not a film producer. I mean, yet. I mean, we can work on some movies. Maybe.
It's not going to happen. I have a lot of skills. That's not one of them.
Damn,
I'll leave that to
I
you
tried.
and Kevin. Yes.
But I mean, you can make it happen on your own, man. There's nothing stopping you from doing whatever concept you want.
You got an iPhone?
You can
Get out there and do it.
You got an iPhone. You got a movie studio in your hand,
Exactly.
pretty much. But we're not producing none of your stuff. Sorry, we can't
we
do
may
it.
steal your idea.
And please feel free to
Kristen?
come into the
I didn't steal
store,
nothing.
call, email. You can send me a letter all day long, and just know
You
time,
can't prove that we're
time
stealing
travel?
your stuff.
no time travel, no. So that's the
How
fuck
do-
that shit. But thanks. But keep creating. What is
We
there
do
a
have-
kid in the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Bjorn.
little babies.
Oh, in the baby
Yeah,
baby
in the
Bjorn?
baby Bjorn.
Okay. Mhm.
We
Okay.
can't have them teaching
No.
those
Let
ways
me,
too
uh,
young.
Not the first word.
All right.
Third, maybe.
So then we will edit our F the suits. How about that? F the
There you go,
suits.
F
the suits.
F the suits segment is actually
I do have
Yes.
a lead into this
Ooh, okay.
though,
Go
because
for
it
it.
starts with me being
Go for it.
pretty happy with how the Oscars turned out.
Our
this year.
handsome
Yes,
mountain
let's talk
man.
about
Yes,
that.
go ahead. No, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah,
with
I
that
know.
As
You
long as
handsome
Anyway,
possible.
man.
So anyway, this year I was very, very happy with the Oscars winners, and it leads into what we're talking about.
Mhm.
But
With one exception.
with one partial exception. Well, one I'm indifferent about,
Mhm.
which was Jamie Lee Curtis winning. I think it's dope that she won,
Angela
but
Bassett should have
Angela
won.
Bassett for the win for sure. But everybody else, I was happy. Brendan Fraser, Ki Young Kwan,
Mhm.
Michelle Yeoh,
Yeah.
and then a bunch of other flicks that I was very, very happy to see. I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once just kind of swept the
Yeah.
whole thing,
7 out of 11 nominations. It's
which
fantastic.
is the most wins for a single film since Slumdog Millionaire, I think, or something
Really?
like that.
That's great.
Yeah, but it was really, really awesome to see, especially Brendan Fraser get his laurels, because he's one of those people that, like, not only do I have the dream of one day getting to work with him, but like he just seems like one of the most genuinely good people
Mm.
in this industry. And you found a story that continues to prove that point.
I did, just to prove that Twitter isn't a complete cesspool. I was perusing and scrolling, and I saw someone give a shout out to Brendan Fraser, because back in 2007, I want to say, he was executive producer, I believe,
And star.
And
star
star.
of a movie called Journey to the Center of the Earth.
It's actually
So-
a pretty underrated flick if you haven't seen it.
It is.
I do enjoy that movie.
What happened apparently, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't have his memory, so you can go back and read the article if you want to get all the facts 100% straight. But apparently there was a group of visual artists on the film who were told, just continue to work. We're going to have to delay your pay by a few weeks because we're running into some problems, but just keep on, keep
Just
keeping
keep
on.
trucking.
Let's just
Yeah.
wrap this film, and we promise we'll pay you. And they did. They reported to work every day. They did a fantastic job. They turned in their stuff. The film wraps, and they get the next letter they get is, yeah, we're going bankrupt. You're not getting a dime. So these people were out, combined
$1.3 million
worth of well-earned compensation. The group got together. They tried to petition, and no one would listen to them. The studios weren't listening to them. They couldn't get any press to cover it because
People were
of politics.
threatening them.
They were threatening them, and it's a kind of a cool story. Brendan Fraser got involved. They tried to reach out to his people, and at the time his people didn't pass on the message, but apparently somebody else tagged him in something and he saw it.
Well, the really cool thing, it actually ended up in the New York Post.
Oh,
And he
that's right,
called-
because a
he-
gossip columnist wrote about it.
And he called up the head of
This group of
this
folks,
people,
yeah.
and he's like, "Hi, this is Brendan Fraser. What the F is going on?"
And he kind of
and
got the whole story
got the
about
whole
how
scoop.
they'd gotten,
The shaft.
yeah.
They got the shaft from the Journey to the Center of the Earth.
So he
See
made it
what
a
I mean?
personal. He didn't
Uh-huh.
have to. I mean, it wasn't his
No.
responsibility. He had nothing to do with the
Nope.
decisions that were made. He didn't condone them. He didn't even know that happened. But
Yeah.
when he found out that it happened, he took responsibility
To make it right.
To make it right, and he ended up getting those folks. I mean, it was a bankruptcy, so you're not going to get 100% of anything.
But he got him 80,
80% of what they were owed. And it
which
took
is
a couple years, but they got paid. So, F the suits, and, kudos and hats off. Speaking of hats,
Yeah,
to
never
Brendan
give up.
Fraser.
Never give
yeah,
up the
for-
fight. Man,
I mean,
'cause people-
if he was a producer on the movie, I do think that, like, he should. He probably felt like it was his obligation because he helped make the movie happen. When you're a producer, that's what you tend to do.
True.
But like sometimes there are things that are like levels upon levels upon levels
Right.
lower than what
Right.
you're working on
Yeah.
that you just don't know the specifics.
Right.
And for him to not know about it, it's understandable why. Probably like the supervisors on top of the supervisors for that VFX house,
Mm.
because multiple VFX houses work on movies. It's not just one that does like everything. They'll hire out effects companies to do like specialty work. Like some companies are better at doing water simulations. Some companies are better at doing 3D animations for people. So it really depends on what the needs of the movie are.
And
Okay.
let's put it this way: when somebody with a name like Brendan Fraser is made executive producer,
Mhm.
it's almost always an honorary title, so he can get more money.
Yeah, on the back end.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty much what it is. And
Hmm.
he's not making distribution deals. He's not out there actually getting money. People are executive producers who
Executive
are-
producers get the money.
Yeah, and the executive producers are the guys who, oh, we've got such and such to executive produce, and like, oh, I've heard of him, and the studios will give you money based on who's the executive
star
producer.
power.
So
yeah. So that's our F the Suit segment. But a shout out to Brendan Fraser and congratulations on a well-deserved win as well, because he won. Didn't he win?
Best
yeah,
actor for the Whale,
So,
which if you haven't seen,
I have not seen it yet.
Really? Holy heavy bet.
Do I need a tissue box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's one of those performances. Sorry, where it's clear as day that he is giving his all into it. Like, he gets lost in that character, and for me, it's one of those movies where I'm glad I watched it.
Right.
I'm probably not going to watch it again.
No, it's like Saving Private Ryan. You need to see it once.
Yeah, Requiem for a Dream.
Yes.
It's like it's in that league.
Gotcha.
Where it is a good movie, but it's a heavy movie. It's not like a casual watch kind of thing.
So if I'm already having a blue day, don't pick that as
probably
my movie
not.
to watch. Okay.
No.
So, and I just got a text that I have to add on. I actually have 2 pieces of information for the F the Suits. So this is actually all in the family type of a thing too. I'm not related to Brendan Fraser, but I am related to Erin Zapsik. Erin Zapsik's my niece. She's also the queen. So she plays the queen at Medieval Times out in California. And apparently, Medieval Times, for any of you who've gone, is really fun, right? So you go to this big castle.
I've never actually been.
Yeah, you go to a big castle and you've got, people on, they've got actors, but like really skilled, accomplished people that are playing these roles, and you get to see a real life joust.
It's a theater show,
joust.
right?
It is a theater show, and you eat, you eat food that they would have eaten back.
Didn't you see
when they
Cable
were doing
Guy?
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's essentially that.
It not does it.
It is that. So, but
there were no eating utensils in medieval times. Hence, there are no eating utensils at medieval times. It's like there are no knives and forks, but you have Pepsi. He's like, dude, come on. It was Janine Garofalo's. Like,
all right. So we're not going to pick apart that, but what we are going to say is that some of these workers who basically make the whole show run, right? They put a lot of time and effort into it, and
they're legitimate actors.
They're legitimate, right? Okay. They work really hard, and they're getting woefully underpaid. So they requested, fair compensation, which I think we all think that we deserve if we're doing a good job, and they are. So they're making a lot of money for the company. Unfortunately, the Suits decided that they didn't deserve fair compensation. There's also this little problem with the fact that some of the castles decided to unionize to make sure that they could work together.
Keyword, some of them.
Yes, some of them. And so what the Suits decided to do was to ignore the request for fair treatment by the unionized workers and bring in non-unionized workers to take their roles. And this has been going on for months and months and months. So F the Suits for that. Medieval Times Suits, you need to do the right thing. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, it is definitely some bullshit.
I get especially annoyed when people in the performing arts are underpaid and undervalued, because it's like everyone is inspired in one way, shape, or form by a movie, a show, a comic book, anything that they have seen, even if it's minuscule. There's some form of inspiration and love from it. And I think that because of that, and the work that goes into what these people have to do, especially for medieval times, I'm assuming, because it's jousting, it's acting like knights and princesses and saving. I'm assuming horses are in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
There are horses.
So there's a lot that goes into that. And for them to not be paid fairly for literally providing daily entertainment for people is a little, not a little, it's very whack. And that goes for any industry. It's just like, pay your workers fair wages, because we don't need more VFX companies going under. We don't need.
Absolutely not.
You shouldn't have to get Brendan Fraser to text you to be like, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
To get your money back.
And that's the thing that's like mind boggling. It's true in this particular case in medieval times. It's true in another case. We have one of our, I'm not going to name the company, but it's a reservist who works for a huge multinational company that has been building, ridiculous amounts of money to building brand new buildings, opening up all over the place. And they are, and their latest negotiation took away one of the very few holidays that they have on the calendar, cut their sick pay and their time off, cut all their benefits, and gave them this measly, and basically said, "Oh, we're poor. We don't have any money." And it's like, okay, we're not stupid. If you're not going to pay us fairly and you're going to treat us like chumps, just say that. We have you over a barrel. You need this job.
No, don't just say that. Be
And
like,
no. I'm saying it's the suit should just be honest, because to look somebody in the face and, they can read a balance sheet. They can pick up the Financial Times. They can look at the stock prices and see how well the company's doing. It's like, to look at that. And I know there's a lot more that goes into it, but like, let's be frank, to look at all of that information and then to turn around and have, them tell you that, oh, we can't afford to give you a decent wage. We can't afford to recognize your service with decent benefits package, is insulting. It's adding insult to injury, and it needs to stop. So if you're going to be a dick about it, just say, hey, listen, we want all the money for ourselves. We want to buy that third, fourth home.
At least let us know you're going to be a scumbag.
Exactly.
So we don't want to work for you.
We want to pad our retirement fund at your expense. We don't really care about you. It doesn't matter, how hard your life is. Show up to work, do your job, take what we give you, shut up and be happy. But don't lie. Don't sit there and try to pretend like you're so poor and you can't afford, oh, you're asking so much. Because that's
boo-hoo
bullshit.
$1 million companies.
So
That's bullshit.
Holy crap. I mean, honey, it's really funny that you think that they're going to change the way that they've been doing things their entire lives.
Look, I know it's not going to happen, but I'm
Corporations
just
suck.
saying. I'm just saying.
All corporations suck. If you're a corporate entity out there and you're listening, you suck. Although that would be very difficult because corporate entities aren't alive. But still.
No, but
actually, in the tax code, I think that they're and for giving dark money to to bullshit candidates, I think that they're considered.
I think that there is, because there are people running these organizations, it's more or less that we refer to them as the jerks, because these people collectively are like, yeah, let's take the money out of the proper workers and line our own pockets. Meanwhile, they're like, yeah, we're struggling. No, you're fucking not. That's why there's a writer's strike like every 3 years. In fucking
Did you hear about the Silicon Valley Bank?
Yes.
You did. And the head of the bank, while they're in free fall, while they're starting
before
to go
it hit
down,
the news, though, of course,
he gave all the top guys bonuses
and cashed out his own stocks for $3 million. And then it was like, oh, and he just given this glowing report how we're doing great. We've got tons of money. We are on the way up. Meanwhile, he's on the phone. He's given that interview. He's on the phone with his broker saying, sell this shit. Sell it now. All of it.
Dump this.
Let's dump this stock before it hits the news. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That's infuriating.
Yeah. And now we've got I've got our president telling us that none of our money is going to be used to bail them out.
Which you shouldn't.
But
it's going to affect us.
But our money is going to be used to bail them out. So that's pretty much it. We're bailing them out.
As always, fuck the suits.
Fuck them suits.
Exactly. All right. So as soon as you start, talking about the suits, like so much else, like there's so you could go so far down that road. But maybe we should pivot and do, because what time is it?
It is
2:48.
2:48.
And I know, Christian, you had something else you wanted to talk with MUPPETS, so we want to get to that.
Yeah,
maybe we should do top 5.
That and another thing.
And
but we'll do the top 5
Let's
first
do top
if you're
5.
ready for that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You know what time it is.
In the top 5 this week, brought to you by Jay and Silent Bob Secret Stash, 65 Broad Street, Red Bank, New Jersey. So, number 1.
But you can find these in your local comic book shop, too. But if you can't, you can call us.
Yeah, you can call us and we'll send them out.
Yep.
Berserker, number 12.
Ooh.
This is written by Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa is what I have to say about that.
Whoa, dude.
This is it's really well done, and it's the capper of the maxi series that he and Matt Kint had written. We actually, Ming and I got to interview Matt. Really great guy.
Really?
Yeah, we were at Houston Comic Palooza. And we talked to Matt Kint, and he's a very nice guy.
And I actually read for the first time for the first time since we started doing top 5. I actually read all of Michael's top 5 to prepare for the show.
Damn, that's awesome.
It is awesome. And
You must have
actually-
had some downtime today.
and I had some last night, but yes, I
Okay,
mean,
cool.
it was, I had some downtime last night. So I have to say that this was a really great read. And one of the things I liked most about this is they really give the artist a chance to tell the story without words. I mean, the dialogue is good. I mean, it really carries a story.
It's a little sparse.
But the art
It's very well
tells
done.
the story.
But there are literally like 5 and 6 pages together where you get almost no dialogue whatsoever, but you're actually following the story because of the way that the artist is doing their job. And I thought that was a little unusual. Like I haven't seen too many books that have given artists that much
creative freedom.
Well,
freedom.
Ron Garney's a great artist, so yeah.
And so you have no problem figuring out what is going on by following the art. So I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed that one.
See, that reminds me of this. It's not a comic, but it's a show that I adore called Primal by Genndy Tartakovsky. He's the same guy who created Samurai Jack. And it is
Oh.
a show about a caveman and a dinosaur that bond after the passing of their collective families. And the whole show is silent. It is just beautiful animation, no dialogue, and again, the art tells the story.
Really?
It's a wonderful show.
Can you say that
um,
name again?
Primal.
Primal.
Genndy Tartakovsky's Primal.
Where can I see it?
It is on Adult Swim.
Okay.
You can probably find it on Hulu or HBO Max.
Okay.
Most likely HBO Max or Max, whatever the fuck they want to call it now. But yeah, comic number 2. What we got?
Yeah.
Superman Lost, number 1.
Ooh, Superman.
Yes.
Lost.
Okay, so Superman, being Superman,
Mhm.
gets called away on a Justice League emergency.
Mhm.
And he's gone for what? Like
20 years.
no, he's gone for like an hour.
Well,
Subjectively,
Depends.
He zips off.
my only
Lois
yes.
is writing up a story.
Mhm.
She gets like 5 lines in. She takes a little nap, and Superman comes back. He's been gone for 20 years.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a little bit time
Whoa.
travel-y, but not too much. I mean, it just kind of like skirts that line. I have to say, one of the things I know, I liked it despite that. I know.
I was going to say acceptable
know.
time travel.
I know. Acceptable time travel. There might be, yes,
Well,
there
it's
might be hope for
relative
humanity.
time travel.
Relative time travel. But I have to say, I was super impressed. Priest wrote this.
Super impressed.
I was
yes,
super
Christopher
impressed.
Priest.
Christopher Priest did an excellent job. The writing here is it's a story that if he wasn't so fantastic of a writer would be hard to follow and would be a little bit annoying and dispiriting.
And
But
clunky.
but because he's such a good writer, it's a joy to turn the page and to find out what happens next, even though there's a lot going on. It's very tightly packed.
That is a hell of a compliment.
No. I really, I mean,
Like-
I'm definitely going to keep reading that. If he's writing it, and I want to find out what else he's written too.
All right.
I know
Yeah,
that
that was
book.
great.
All right, what's next?
Frank Miller presents
Ah,
Pandora, number 3.
Okay.
All right. Now, this is written by Frank Miller, and Emma Kubert does the artwork in there. And Emma Kubert is the granddaughter of Joe Kubert and the daughter of either Andy or Adam Kubert. I think it's Adam, who very, very talented family. Joe
Mhm.
Kubert School over in Dover. She actually went there, which is
Mhm.
pretty cool. Now, this is, to me, this checks all the boxes. It's a little bit Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, a little bit of Labyrinth,
Mhm.
and a little
can see
bit
that.
of
Mm.
just like a woman coming into her own and learning, how strong she can be.
Mm-hmm. I like so Frank Miller Presents is fairly new impression by and Frank Miller and Dan DiDio
Dan DiDio,
are
yes.
partners in this. So and they've been producing a lot of really interesting stories, and I think this is
Ronin too.
this is one of them. Yeah, very
This
nicely
is-
done.
Yeah, excellent.
Mhm.
Nothing more.
Not on this one.
All right, cool.
Seems
Yep.
cool.
I want to
What's
give
next?
Christian and you time to do what Christian wants to do. So
All right. Hellcat,
Yeah.
number 1. Hellcat. This is the story of Patsy Walker.
Who
This
you introduced me to.
fucking
Yes.
phenomenal. Oh, is our kid in here? No, fucking phenomenal. Hellcat. They did a beautiful, beautiful job. This was, I think, this and Excellent. I actually liked Excellent, but I have problems with Excellent, but I liked
Okay.
it. But Hellcat, yes, Patsy.
Patsy Walker.
Yep, Patsy Walker.
Who you you've seen in Jessica Jones if you follow the
Mhm.
Netflix TV series. And Patsy's been in comic books since the 1950s.
Mhm.
She was the typical teenage girl. And I mean, she was like Marvel or Timely's answer to Archie.
Ooh, okay.
Or Betty and Veronica.
Yeah.
Because it was
Mhm.
Patsy and Hetty, the girls next door. So
Mhm. And I think that Cantwell does a great job. This is one of those books where if you're not familiar with the character and you don't have a lot of history with the character,
that's what Wikipedia is for.
that's what Wikipedia is for. But, so I kind of got, and I don't have as much as you do, obviously, I think many people do. About 3/4 of the way through, I was like, oh, they're losing me. I'm losing my bearings here. And all of a sudden, Cantwell brings it back in a big way. And I'm like, good job. So,
But you
definitely.
know who Patsy Walker is.
She
And
she
you know
was that
Hellcat.
character that was carried over. Thinking what, or am I thinking of another character where she was carried over from like the original comic books of something else and then brought into the Marvel universe, thinking that
Yes.
it was going to be popular, and she kind of was, or
She was popular. She was an Avenger.
Yeah.
For about 7 minutes.
Hey,
So.
weren't we all Avengers for about 7 minutes at one point or another?
She's in
Never me.
that-
I was a master of evil. For a long
she's in
time.
that book. She's in she's in the Avengers book you gave me
Yeah, the
to read,
serpent.
where it was Kang.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's fucking awesome.
Yes, that was Hellcat Returns.
Yeah.
So,
Sweet.
Nice
and
job,
now
yeah.
a last book.
excellent.
Excellent.
Number 1, numero uno.
Mhm.
So anybody who's ever read Ecstatics or X-Force back in the day by Peter Milligan and the Allreds, Michael and Laura. And by the way, Michael and Laura Allred are amazing people, not just fantastic artists, but amazing
good people.
Yeah, just really great.
That's important.
It is. And they created Madman, which is
The TV show?
Frank Einstein. No,
No.
no, you're thinking Mad Men.
Oh, Matt. Sorry, yeah.
Madman is
Madman.
yeah,
Okay.
is
Gotcha.
Mike and Laura Allred's comic.
So,
book.
what did you think of this?
It's,
I mean, you obviously liked it because you picked it out for one of
I
your
did.
top 5.
I liked it because I love Mike's art. Mike Allred's art is for me just it's so simple and it's kinetic and it's like punch you in your face and
Does it invoke the older style?
it does. It's
Didn't
you
he
feel
do
nostalgic.
Didn't he do a cover for one of Kevin's
yes,
books?
he did right
yeah.
up there
Yeah, Things from Another World.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean, didn't he do a
for Quick
Masquerade?
Stops. No, he
Quick
did-
Stops.
Quick Stops.
Quick
It's right
Stops
up there.
cover. Yep. Mhm.
Right up there. See,
That's right.
That's so dope.
So,
That's right.
But the story's a little hard to follow because they're in the world of mutants, but now mutants aren't all what they used to be, and we're gonna see what happens a little bit later on when the Fox movies are digested by the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
See, now that's a perspective that you have that I don't have the same background, so I didn't see that part of it. I was strictly reading it as a neophyte, and I was and the storyline hinges depends a lot, and it's looking. Can't speak today. It's putting the fact that we live in a culture now where pretty much everyone's trying to get attention on social media, and they're willing to do just about anything to keep getting clicks. So that is what put under a microscope, I think, in this storyline, at least in this first issue. And
Oh, it was done before that. It's
this is like a continuation of looking at that.
Ecstatics has been that way forever. It's like not just like likes on Twitter, but this goes back even further to when it's like, oh, they've got their own MySpace page, and,
right? So it's like the cult of personality, on steroids,
exactly it,
kind
yeah.
of thing. And then and the fact that everybody's complicit, or almost everybody's complicit. So it was a very interesting read. I definitely want to keep up with that one.
and
Yeah.
didn't do Cult of Personality was a song by
Living Colour.
Yeah, who I was not supposed to know who they were, but I did.
Mhm.
So
Proud of you for that.
That's
one.
awesome.
Thank you.
So thank you to Shane for such wonderful, and your group for such wonderful music on Top 5.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, absolutely right. Oh, I have some work for you to do, Christian, before we wrap up. But I'm going to go get something. I'm going to go get your job. You want to talk about the MUPPETS?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Which
You want to
spells.
talk about Muppets?
I do
And
want to
you're
talk
gonna
about Muppets because this next Muppet series sounds amazing, and I am incredibly
And
hyped for it.
Who is it by?
It's by Adam Goldberg.
We love the Goldbergs.
We do.
And I like Adam Goldberg because he's also a comic head. He's a comic
big
book fan.
time.
So yeah.
So for those who do not know, Adam F. Goldberg is the executive producer, along with a man named Bill Beretta, who is the current performer of Dr. Teeth and a bunch of other fantastic Muppet characters like Rolf the Dog. They are doing a Muppet show together, but it is called The Muppets Mayhem, and it is solely focused on Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem and their adventure in recording their first solo album.
Are they going on tour?
And apparently a tour. So
That's awesome.
I am just so giddy for this show. And one of the things that makes me incredibly hyped for it as well is that the music is going to be very authentic. It's going to be written by Linda Perry, songs by Linda Perry. A couple of great comedic directors are coming in to work on it as well. Everything about it, from what I've heard, is just doing it right. Because I think that you need to have someone behind any Muppet project that cares about those characters, or at least knows enough about them to actually shepherd them into a new thing. So for them to pick Adam Goldberg, who, by the way, this isn't his first rodeo with the Muppets. No, it a couple of years ago. This was 2005. He wrote Muppets Wizard of Oz.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and you know what he should do, and I would love him forever. If anybody out there or Adam, if you're listening, you should get in touch with Brian Lynch.
Yes, you should.
You guys teaming up, I would love to see that, and then give this guy a call. That would be awesome.
My this is so silly. My dream pitch for a Muppet movie is called A Very Old-Fashioned Muppet Movie, and it is the adventure.
Could it be steampunk Muppets?
It can be. I mean,
that'd be awesome.
It's the idea of sorry, Jules, you're not going to like it, but it's the idea of Kermit, Fozzie, and Gonzo accidentally traveling back to the first Muppet movie and affecting the events of how the Muppets
That would be so awesome. You know why I love that? Because they did it so well on Deep Space Nine, Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's my bitch.
I'm
but
still happy
Adam,
because I wasn't listening to you.
It's all good.
Okay.
Adam, basically, call me and Brian Lynch. We'll make Muppet dreams come true.
You guys
man.
would be like the Muppet Dream Team.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
How that
would be amazing.
Yeah.
One can dream.
Yes.
But what was another thing?
That's awesome.
Speaking of awesome things, you sent me a thing on Twitter that just made.
Oh my god!
It just was so
can we
cool.
pull up that picture?
Yes, we can.
Let's pull up that picture because this is so sweet.
So
it is literally the epitome of like this makes my heart happy.
Yes. So it was the so apparently Guillermo del Toro, Steven Spielberg, and J.J. Abrams all hang out and build models together, like hobby building, like miniatures and stuff like that.
They go to each other's houses, which I'm assuming like all three of them have the most amazing houses in the world.
We're talking about three of the best filmmakers of all time. Of course, but three of the best filmmakers of all time hang out.
Three of the most imaginative filmmakers of all time. I'm going to give it to you even more than that.
Hang out and make miniature models.
I think I'm painting your green pants blue. I can imagine like the 40-year-old virgin thing going on.
You know who they should include in this group if I had a say in who they hang out with?
Not Jimmy Kimmel.
Not Jimmy Kimmel. James Cameron, because James Cameron is known to really get his hands like dirty when it comes to the artwork and stuff like that.
Do you want to know if I had to pick anyone besides Kevin? Because but I can't see Kevin doing. I was
gonna say I don't know that Kevin
might do models, but I would love to see Jon Favreau.
That's
that
a cool little addition.
How about John being there? And John could make you guys grilled cheese sandwiches.
That's true.
Like the world's best grilled cheese.
He could. Oh, we have to do this too.
Oh, I would do that too. So happy.
I know.
So
that's delicious.
We're like gonna run over time this time, which is fine. I don't, we don't care about that. But
when you're having fun.
So, but Christian, this is going to be. You don't have to do it right now, but once we wrap. So, new pint glasses in the stash. They're up online if you want one. And even though it's not an officially signed item. So, i.e., please don't ask us to get Kevin and Jay to sign because they sign a bunch of other stuff. And I mean, if they do sign, it's going to be completely random. However, we've had some people request, hey, could you have Johnny sign? Could you have Mike sign? Mark Lamb wants Christian and Mike to sign.
I would
So,
love to.
Before you leave, and he's been waiting patiently. He bought his last week.
bring her
I'm
up,
gonna put this over there for you, so you have your paint pen
And I would
and you can
love
sign.
I would love to just say a couple things. We got one other thing to show you, which we had teased last week, but Angelic, congratulations, Mom. She just gave birth to
What?
Yes, I'm not saying like just yesterday, but
Like 5 minutes ago?
No,
She's like
yeah,
sitting
5
recently.
minutes ago. She just tuned in after like 12 hours of labor. So no, she gave birth, and I don't even know what the little tyke's name is. Hopefully it's not Chris. Christian maybe, but not Chris,
What I'm about to say.
because he was lobbying big
For Chris.
for Chris. Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
I mean Michael's an absolutely fantastic name, but so is Grayson. That'd be-
Oh.
yeah, Grayson's a great name.
True. Well, congratulations.
I think you need to sign that right now.
All right, fine. I'll sign this.
All
live.
right.
And I'm
And then
supposed to sign
Michael
it?
can talk about.
Okay.
You're supposed to talk about that.
And these just came in. These are if you can all see.
Yeah, you probably. I'm gonna
There
put
we
them
go.
up. I'm gonna put them up
They're
online.
gonna be up online.
They'll be up online in a little bit.
These are made by Thomas Perron. And it was brought to my attention by his sister Cherie. Love you guys. You guys are fantastic. And it comes with it's
called the Holy Book of
yes.
Muba,
It's a Mubi pin, but Mubi as Buddha.
as the Buddha.
Muba.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes with the Holy Book, and it's got all of the 7 deadly sins in here, and it tells you all about it.
With quotes from Clerks movies. So, yep,
Yes, so it's very
it's
very cool.
so well done. It is cute.
And we're
Mhm.
proud to have this at the Secret Stash. So go
pretty
online,
dope.
pick this up. It's beautiful. Look at it, and it's heavy.
Speaking of beautiful, we got a excellent piece of artwork by the folks over at Disgruntled Projects.
Oh my gosh,
Guys, I can't express to you how much I adore Hanna-Barbera cartoons. I love me some Flintstones. I love me some Scooby-Doo.
Pen.
I love all of the above. I love anything to do with Hanna-Barbera. But one of my favorite things by Hanna-Barbera is the Jetsons. I don't care what anyone has to say about it. I love the Jetsons. And the team at Disgruntled Projects made this amazing thing. I love this. This is amazing.
Yeah, that was a squeal out loud moment
That
when
was
I
pretty
saw
awesome.
that. Yeah.
I want me as Rosie as a tattoo. I love it so
That is
much.
Oh,
that is-
damn, that
yeah.
would look good.
I love that.
Yes.
I'm such a Jetsons geek. I went to a screening of the Jetsons movie as a kid, and I'd been a
Oh, that's
fan ever
awesome.
since. It came out a little before I was born, but like I guess just a local theater had it and wanted to show it, and ever since I was hooked. I adore this. Like this is so cool. I want this on Prince ASAP. Like I will sign this anytime, any place, anywhere.
Rosie.
So we,
Bing,
But
bing,
so we
here's-
make up
Rosie.
some
Bing,
prints
bing.
and everybody signs.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
that is
We'll
awesome.
do
And
it.
what I love about it too is just the added little details.
Mhm.
Oh
they,
my God,
they got
yeah.
my laptop right.
They did. I
They
love
put
that.
a little Ecto
Yeah.
1 spaceship in front of
they
it,
did.
and then a picture of our boy Don Knotts.
Yes, we got a
Because you-
picture of Don
Because
Knotts.
guess what, kids? There's another quote on this show, which is what, Mike?
You never go full Don Knotts.
There you go.
Never
Never.
go full
You
Don
never
Knotts.
go full
Never go
Don
full
Knotts.
Don Knotts.
And then they have the
The KFC.
KFC.
They have the Ecto. They have the Ecto
Yeah, you
in
just-
front of the computer.
But
They did?
you're just not listening to Christian, are you?
Oh, no.
No, no.
No, it's okay. It's all
You know what
good.
I was thinking? I cast my mind ahead into a few hours into the future, and I was imagining all the
No.
excitement.
No,
of
you
people
didn't. No, we know
standing
you didn't.
outside.
You're
no,
lying.
I did. Outside
It's a
Smart
lie.
Castle,
I
cinemas
know you're
waiting for
lying 'cause
Mark
you
and
don't-
Kevin.
You do not do time travel at all.
This is
That's
true.
a
All
lie.
right.
Also,
Ball base.
they
Yes.
have the snowball box at the very
I
end
thought
of
that
it.
was
And
adorable,
I
too.
love that they made Elroy J,
Mhm.
Yeah.
LJ, And
This
Smithley Sprockets.
His cat.
Smithley Sprockets are easy on the pockets.
I do also love the retro live from the Secret Stash logo.
Oh,
So
yeah,
if someone at Disgruntled Projects could send that to me as a separate PNG, I would very much appreciate that. Guys, this is one of my favorite things you guys have ever made.
And
I
you
love
made
it.
some kick-ass
You've
Yeah,
made some
absolutely have.
kick-ass stuff,
Oh my God.
but
That's
that satisfies the geek in me. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Guys, I think it's time we wrap this up. Oh, I do have to re-sign it then.
No, actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah, you can sign over that. Yeah, you can do that.
You can
Yeah.
sign up.
Sign over that.
Guys, this was another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Thank you guys for the great topics.
Of course.
This was a fun episode. It's great to be
Great.
back. We'll see y'all next week. I
Yeah,
think
we
that's
will.
Usual time, I think.
usual time. This was the outlier because of all the events going on at Smod Castle. So if you see me at Smod Castle, come up, say hey. I'm not intimidating. I'm not scary. I promise. So until then, guys, see you next week. Take care.
Peace.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's a hella bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in, I assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bringing out the big guns when we coming through.